Hi, everybody. There.
Hello, Secretary. Sir, do you know Gary?
Yes, I do. Hi, Ann. Good to see you again.
We downstairs.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Thank you for our second to last.
Well, there's no question that in Europe and in other parts of the world, the Arab world, the Muslim world, there is a negative view towards some of our policies. Our policies in Iraq and some of the issues associated with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict have caused us to get negative ratings of the kind you just described. But I don't believe it is against America. I think it is against these policies. And if these policies turn out to demonstrate to the world that they are the correct policies by putting in place a democracy in Iraq and by helping the Israelis and the Palestinians move down the roadmap to a state, then I think these numbers can be reversed.
Iraq, there were plans for 9,000.
The President has said clearly is that we're going to work with our European Union friends, we're going to work with the IAEA to put pressure on Iran to make sure that the concerns of the international community are satisfied by Iran. And we support what the EU3 have done, and we hope that the EU3 working with Iran can make this a more permanent solution and not just a suspension of enrichment and conversion activities. We are looking for a peaceful solution, and we believe that we have made progress over the last several years in putting a spotlight on Iranian nuclear activity and putting a heat lamp on Iranian nuclear activity, and the whole world is now concerned about it.
Do you think they're still hiding things?
Well, we have reason to believe that they have not abandoned the desire to develop a nuclear weapon. Well, as you know, this is principally an election. But we believe that the six-party talks is still the way to go. The President is committed to finding a political, diplomatic solution. We believe that ultimately North Korea will determine that it is in their best interest, because in the proposals we have put forward, there are security assurances of the kind that they have asked for, and there is a path that's clear as to how the international community will come together and help them with their economic needs and their energy needs. Now, the North Koreans are, of course, suspicious, constantly accusing us of having hostile intent. We have no hostile intent. We have no intention of invading. We have no intention of attacking North Korea. And we hope that in due course, they will agree to what they agreed to, or they will execute what they agreed to earlier.
What specifically is he was doing to increase monitors, and what mechanism?
We have some dialogue taking place. We have both sides showing some flexibility. I think both sides recognize there's a new opportunity here for peace, and I think they're moving in the right way. We have said all along that as part of the roadmap, it will be necessary to rebuild the Palestinian economy, which is just been shattered as a result of the Intifada. And so we have been working with the European Union, with the World Bank, and with other international financial institutions to get ready to do that.
Ways to sort out challenges if the results are challenging.
Well, as you know, this is principally an election that is being run by the Iraqis, and some 130,000 Iraqis have been identified and mobilized to actually man the polling places and run it, and thousands of them have been recruited to supervise it and make sure it goes well. The UN is putting in place individuals who will help to oversee it, and we're working with the international community to get outside observers to provide a security environment for outside observers to come and see that it is done in a free, open, fair manner, just as is done around the world. I don't know how many observers we would need for this, but a number of nations have expressed considerable interest in it and want to put observers in. And so we're going to do everything we can to make sure that there are enough people to conduct this election, monitor this election, and as challenges come along, to be dealt with by the Iraqi commission that's in charge of this, with UN supervision and outside observers being there to monitor it.
Very number of international observers to watch over the process.
President Putin has taken some steps that we think do not lead toward cementing his democracy properly, and where that has been the case, we have spoken to him about it. We've spoken to him about it in the spirit of friendship and in the spirit of asking why some of these actions are taking place. And so Russia is not going back to being the Soviet Union. The Cold War is not coming back. And we want to encourage President Putin and our Russian colleagues to keep moving in the right direction to build their democracy on a sound foundation.
Iraq, there are plans for 9,000 polling stations around the country and a relatively small number.